I never remember how these shows start. Like, do we do an introduction or?
T.
I think you just
not
did
like
it.
that. No, I don't remember.
You just
either.
found your thing, pal. Going with that.
I'm not making that noise again. No,
I don't know. People love it. I think I can hear them cheering right now as they listen in their cars.
Play the Office Space clip. T.
No, don't try to get out of it. We're going with your little whatever that thing was.
What are you guys up to?
Just sitting here talking into a little foam microphone. Not much. How about you?
Same.
Smoking some new weed tonight.
What do you got going?
Oh.
Say that again. I missed what you said.
Smoking some new weed tonight.
Oh, look at that.
Gorilla Glue.
So he's not going to remember this.
Sticks to your lungs like a motherfucker.
Gorilla Glue. All right. How's that? All right?
Yeah,
pretty
it's
good?
pretty good.
Pretty good.
I'm having a good time.
That's all that counts. Glad to hear it.
One-man party over there.
Yeah, still doing the remote stuff. This is the most remote recording we've done in a long time.
Long time.
Since COVID.
Yeah.
And even then, I don't know if we went this long.
Yeah, we did for a long time.
Yeah.
Did we?
I think so. It was a while. Maybe.
I don't remember it being that long.
It was a solid chunk of time.
We were very spaced out though. Also, like we had a setup back then that allowed us not to get very close.
Yeah.
But I don't remember. I don't recall it being too long.
A long time ago. It's kind of like a period of time
years ago.
It's hard to believe it even happened, right?
3
like
years
when you think
ago.
back, you're like, did that really happen? Yeah. I
It's
guess
definitely a fucking really weird time.
Yeah. I don't recommend it. I don't want to do it again.
0 out of 10 would not recommend. You can avoid a pandemic. Go ahead and do that.
Yeah. Let's take that route.
So, all right. Well, we're back with some updates and some news and noteworthy events going on in topics of Necronomicon past.
A couple of things going on in the world.
Yeah. You got some good ones, I think, tonight.
I guess we'll see.
The listeners will tell us.
They will. They'll say, you guys are fucking imbeciles. Why would you put that show out?
I suspect that will not happen with this one. We're hitting on 2 big ones.
So we're going to start out talking about the Loch Ness Monster tonight. You want to give a little brief overview of the Loch Ness Monster, Ian? Is that how you want to take a look at this?
Yeah, he's like a dinosaur-looking cryptid. He's got the long neck. I was really bummed out with that episode. I thought for sure there was solid evidence that picture was, at least could be real, but it was not, 100% not.
Wasn't it just the guy getting back at his old newspaper, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they threw that dude under the bus. He's like, all right, fuck you guys.
He's like, I got something for you assholes.
It was a spike cryptid, Dave. A spike
Spike cryptid it was.
It's actually really interesting, though, because I had no idea about that. And then I had no idea that there was ground sightings of the Loch Ness Monster. That Nessie was up wandering around on land.
That's right.
Yeah, that one's real weird. That's not something you ever think about.
You always think of that picture.
Yeah.
It's iconic. And it took a long time for that story about how it was fake to come out.
Yeah.
People still believe, though. People are all about it.
Was it Aleister Crowley who bought the house right on the water where Loch Ness Monster lives?
Yeah.
He was doing all kind of rituals out there.
Why don't you guys ever ask me that kind of question in trivia? See, like that
You might get it-
random
you might
shit
get it
like
right.
that I would just know.
And then Jimmy Page bought that house, I believe, later on.
It was something big with that I didn't remember that part till now, but
Let me make a note not to include this in any future trivia questions.
no Aleister Crowley, no Loch Ness Monster.
Note to self, apparently Mike has limited retention and knowledge on Aleister Crowley, so avoid asking questions.
So what are the updates? What's going on with
It was a big
over there?
It was a big weekend at the Loch Ness, and they had a whole big thing going on. Let's find out about it.
It's like a parade. They got a parade going on.
Something like that. Story's titled "Inside the Largest Loch Ness Monster Hunt in Decades." Hundreds of enthusiasts were armed with high-tech help, along with hundreds more on live stream. The legend of the Loch Ness Monster has fascinated generations of curious minds. Over the weekend, 90 years after its first modern supposed sighting, enthusiasts descended again on the picturesque lake in a quiet corner of the Scottish Highlands in hope of turning myth into reality. Organizers billed the weekend's events as the largest organized Nessie hunt for 50 years. And the hunters came armed with high-tech help. Sonars for mapping the lake bed, thermal imaging drones for scanning the surface, and hydrophones to hear strange sounds from the depths. The events were even open to the global public. Hundreds of people were invited to a live stream of the water's surface to add more eyes to the search. Even with all the machines and added manpower, the gathering at Loch Ness was as much about reviving old lore as settling hard science. Organizers said they planned the weekend to excite interest in the legend among a new generation of Nessie hunters. It's about inspiration, said Alan McKenna, the head of Loch Ness Exploration, an independent research group based on the lake shores that planned the event as a kind of call for volunteers. For very selfish reasons, I don't want the Loch Ness mystery or interest in Loch Ness itself to diminish in any way whatsoever at all. Those selfish reasons don't include a commercial motive, said McKenna, who added that he is an unpaid volunteer. Though the legend could bring in as much as £41 million every year to Scotland's economy, according to a 2018 study reported by Scotland's Press and Journal newspaper, enthusiasts like McKenna say the search is really just about having fun, keeping faith, and exploring the natural world.
Do we
What do you think?
Do we think that the Scottish Loch Ness hunters are as drunken hillbillies as the Bigfoot hunters we have over here?
I'm sure some of them could be classified like that.
Do they get... I don't remember where we landed on our thoughts on the Loch Ness Monster. We all want to believe it, but I think by the end, like I didn't believe it, but we didn't get attacked as much as we did when we all denied the Patterson, what is it, Gimlet?
Yeah.
The Patterson Gimlet
Yes.
footage. People got pissed at us for that one.
Yeah.
We did not get the
did.
feedback from the Loch Ness Monster.
So I was going to say, well, I like the Loch Ness Monster hunters better. They seem more peaceful, more down to earth. They don't take themselves too seriously.
They admit that it may not be real, but it's just cool.
They're not going to go out of their way
they're
to harass people on the internet over it.
I think that's right.
They're like Ian and I as wrestling fans. We know it is what it is. We're not going to attack you. And, for saying, oh, that's not real. We know it's not.
Yeah. Well, I also think we have a lot more listeners here than in Scotland, so.
It's true.
Well, why is that?
I don't know.
What the fuck you doing, Scotland? Wake up! We're taking over. Let's go.
The other thing about Loch Ness Monster hunters is they're not out there with guns and shit.
No.
Yeah, like they want to just see it and be like, oh, it exists.
Yeah.
Whereas like over here, they're like, we want that fucking head on our wall.
That's
We want
right.
Bigfoot's fucking head.
Yeah, they're out there with scientific, like it said, sonar equipment. And
Over here, we're out there with whistles and guns trying to track Bigfoot.
I've been doing research trying to get a head start for our annual Art Bell show and
Yeah,
listening
yeah.
to old open lines. And the stream or like the podcast feed that I found is very misleading. And it was called Open Lines Bizarre Stories. And I'm like, oh, this is going to be perfect. Like, I'd love to hear some of these.
yeah. No.
It wasn't. It all was all based on one man's phone call to Art. It started as like one of those faxes or emails that he gets, where this guy claims, this was in 1996, was the episode. He claims that in the 1970s, he and his buddies killed two big Bigfoot. Big feet? What do we decide? Bigfoots?
feet.
Big's feet. Big feets?
Can't be plural feet with the S too.
Big feets.
That's a double plural.
Anyways, he claimed they killed a male and a female, and he could take anybody to where they were buried, but he wanted his legal costs covered because he did not know what he could be charged with because he didn't know what these things were. Like, would they be considered humans? Like,
Right.
he swore they were big feet, but he was like, I don't want to be charged with killing them. But it was 2 a.m. They were hunting for like bounty hunting for animals, taking out whatever they could. I don't know how that's legal. I don't know. This was the 70s. And there were 3 Vietnam vets, and that he swore to Art that he could take them to where these were buried, but he needed his legal fees covered. I don't know where that story went because this was 1996, but it was a little long to use this for one of our shows.
Okay.
To say.
He could have just shot a hairy bastard like you and mistook him for what?
He
They probably just killed
claims
2
that
people.
they were that they
right.
were both much bigger than what a human would have been, and their faces looked different. Other than that, they were built just like a male and a female, except they were both like, even the female was all covered in hair, but the female had like breasts, and like you could tell it was a female figure, but they were both much bigger than you would have expected. And then the entire show was debates upon, well, he said this about his guns, and the ballistics wouldn't have done this, and he was out saying, and then it was just him and like Art breaking it down with all these people. And I was like, this is interesting, but this is not anything we can use.
I have to check that
a
episode
little
out. That sounds really interesting.
It's from 1996, and it's called Open Lines Bizarre Stories. I'll send it to you.
It's a little scary to go out in the woods, hiking or whatever you're doing in these areas where there's Bigfoot search parties out.
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot. Because they're all drinking and carrying shotguns, and if they're quick to shoot what they perceive to be a Bigfoot,
That's and the other part of this is like that whole
scary.
2 a.m. hunting.
Yeah.
Probably not a smart idea.
No.
That's what those kids were doing in fucking, what's that story with Fahmy Malik?
Boys on
Yeah,
track.
remember they were doing that shit, spotlighting the deer and stuff in the middle of the night. It's not smart.
That's right.
We better
But
not
they
get into
were-
hunting talk. Well, we always get you guys don't know hunting. Stay in your lane. You don't know what you're talking about hunting.
Do we get a lot of that?
I mean, I don't know.
It is. I will admit, it is certainly not my lane. But with the boys on the track, so they were like just being like juvenile delinquents, right? Like they were just fucking around, trying to kill some animals. This guy on Art Bell was like, we were professional hunters, like we're trying to make money, and that was Art's. Like Art was defending the guy, and in my mind, I'm like, well, he's trying to make money, and he just came up with a pretty good story. So
Art missed some stuff sometimes. He's a true believer.
it was also 20 years later, though. The guy didn't necessarily cash in right away.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that was not at all about the Loch Ness Monster.
That's
I
all right.
apologize. I took us on a
It's
tangent.
cryptid based.
But
There's actually a good new drone footage of Bigfoot that we can talk about on a future show, maybe. But it's good stuff.
all right. Is it a long one? I mean, we already dove in. We dived. Now I'm talking like a Bigfoot hunter.
It's just let's save it. Let's do a Bigfoot show because there's also been some stuff done with the Gimlet,
Okay.
Patterson Gimlet thing video.
So no success in Scotland.
Well, hang on. We still got a little bit of the story. Don't blow your load yet.
I thought you finished the story.
No, I got a few more.
It sounded like a natural ending. When
Oh, I
we
was
last
just pausing.
stopped.
I thought you wanted to comment.
I certainly did.
Oh, and you did for a long time on Bigfoot.
Yeah. Nothing to do with the story. Have you met me? When do I ever talk about our fucking story?
Alistair Matheson, the skipper of the Deep Scan, which trolled the lake with volunteer searchers, showed how the boat's sonar technology had recently spotted a perfect outline of a huge Nessie-shaped monster. But the shape on Matheson's radar screen turned out to be a sunken Nessie model that had been made for a movie about the monster and then abandoned at the bottom of the lake.
They literally worked themselves into their own shoots. They have so many fake Nessies out there that now they think it's real.
It's not helpful to sink decoy models. I mean, come on.
That's like us over here mistaking like one of those shadow Bigfoot things that you have, Dave, in your backyard. And we're just like, oh, it's the Bigfoot.
That's right.
It's him.
Man, that had to be such a burn.
Taking-
It probably feels like a UFO burn when you get real hyped about a video and then it's
terrible.
fake. You're like, fuck.
Right. Like, who's the asshole? Come on.
The Bigfoot that's in Dave's backyard is still more believable than the Patterson Gimlet footage.
Beyond the shaky photographic proof, believers' primary argument in favor of Nessie's existence is that the lake's immense size and dark, peaty waters make it impossible to rule out the existence of even a large creature. Several volunteers mentioned that Loch Ness contains more water than all of the lakes in England and Wales combined. Indeed, McKenna said that they heard some fantastic, bizarre sounds Friday, but unfortunately the recording equipment hadn't been plugged
Stop.
in.
Jesus Christ. Convenient.
It may well be gas escaping from the bottom of the loch, he said. It could be an animal. Of course, it could be the elusive Loch Ness Monster, he added. So if any of the attendees were expecting the weekend to yield a revelation, they went home disappointed. Nobody found the monster, but maybe that was never the point. It's the same with every legend out there, he said. It just takes one person to believe, and it just continues. So that was weekend at Loch Ness. They did not find what they were looking for, but it sounds like everyone had a good time nonetheless.
Maybe next time. Go get them.
Maybe next time.
Still like the idea that fake Loch Ness photo is a whale penis.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's my favorite theory. Just a giant dick going around out there that we think's a cryptid.
That makes it even better story, doesn't
It
it?
really does.
I like that one guy we talked about in that episode. One of the researchers looking into Loch Ness Monster stuff put out the theory that we should be looking for Loch Ness Monster bones instead of an alive creature. I thought that was an interesting take on it.
Yeah, I mean, because why wouldn't they? Like,
It can't live forever.
you can get to the right, and bones aren't going to be moving if they're buried or settle at the bottom of the lake. Like, do that.
Then you'll be hearing a story about how it was a skeletal model that they put together of Nessie for a mockumentary movie about searching for bones.
They are very similar to the UFO community, forgetting to plug in the recorder, things like that.
Yeah, that
I
was
like
good.
the Loch Ness Monster
All right.
people.
Oopsies.
All right. Well, what's next on the agenda?
All right, I got one
more.
more. There are rumors flying around that Tom Cruise may have left Scientology.
What?
That's what I'm hearing. Has Tom Cruise cooled on Scientology? This is from the Daily Mail. Sources claim the Mission Impossible star hasn't visited the religion's UK headquarters for 3 years, despite being based in Britain for most of that time. Tom Cruise is Scientology's most famous member, but could he be losing his fervor? The actor was close friends with its leader, David Miscavige, who was best man at his wedding to Katie Holmes in 2006, but sources say he has not flown his helicopter to Scientology's UK headquarters in East Grinstead for around 3 years. During that time, Cruise, 61, has been based mainly in the UK, making Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, and has taken the chopper around the country, including to Birmingham and the Cotswolds. But not to East Grinstead, although Scientology does have a branch in central London, which the actor could be attending. Spokesman for Cruise and the church did not respond to repeated requests for comment. Scientology's UK headquarters is St. Hill Manor in West Sussex, which was bought by the religion's founder, L. Ron Hubbard, in 1959, and was his family home before it was turned into a church. Previously, Cruise had been in the habit of nipping down to West Sussex in his AS-350 helicopter to visit the church. He would fly out of nearby Battersea Heliport, where he was sometimes filmed by fans. Cruise's daughter, Bella, from his marriage to second wife Nicole Kidman, lives in Croydon and is understood to work at St. Hill, where there are around 400 staff. Cruise and Kidman's son, Connor, is a game fisherman and cook who lives in Clearwater, Florida, where the religion has its global headquarters. Cruise's third wife, Katie Holmes, lives in New York with daughter Suri, 17. Neither she nor Kidman are Scientologists, but Cruise's first wife, Mimi Rogers, was, and she introduced him to the religion, which he joined in 1986. It was reported in July 2021 that Cruise was drifting away from the religion, as he had not been seen around the St. Hill Manor despite being in the country. Sources indicated that he had previously stayed at the manor on such occasions, although the change was attributed to concerns over gatherings during COVID. Do we think he's pulling away from Scientology?
Sounds like he was just going to the other location.
That's what I was thinking.
So it's a bit of speculation.
Yeah.
And I don't think we skipped Ian's recap of Scientology, but I don't think we need to, people know
I think everyone
Scientology.
knows about Scientology. The Thetans. You get audited.
And
Your
you
cock
just move up.
audited.
Yeah, right. And you move up, or you just Tom Cruise and you're rich and you probably don't have to do anything except give them some money.
Yeah.
And you don't get abused or chased
Oh,
down when you try
man.
to leave.
Probably
you,
not
You
when
think they're
you're Tom.
abusing and assaulting
Remember,
him?
there's
Like
I
they
think
did
if
those
he
other
leaves,
people?
they might. Yeah.
You think so?
there
I
were
bet they
the
don't touch
stories,
him.
like credible stories of David Miscavige slapping Tom Cruise around.
That's right.
Yeah, but if he's just not showing up anymore, like you think he's still getting beat now if he's actually not going?
David Miscavige is nowhere to be found recently.
I just mean anybody, whoever's the tough guy now.
Isn't David Miscavige like 5'3" or
Yeah,
something?
him and Tom are the same size.
Well, Tom Cruise is about the same
slapping you?
size.
Well, yeah. So, I don't know, bit of speculation, but no one's coming out to the contrary and publishing pictures of him going in or anything or making statements in support. So I don't know.
Was he always vocal about Scientology? Like they said, like there'd be like the fan videos and photos of him.
But
Wasn't he on
Using his
Oprah's
helicopter.
couch jumping
that's
up
what I
and
was
down?
gonna say.
about
I
talking
forgot all about
Scientology?
his daughter.
I thought he was talking about his wife. He was talking about his wife. He was talking about Katie Holmes at the time, right?
I don't remember.
Like he was so in love with her, he was jumping up and down.
She was pregnant
Yeah.
with the
But
baby.
it was about. Oh, okay.
He was real fired up about it, and he's like, "I love this woman."
It was real weird. Yeah, it was real weird.
Just
Then he was also on those other shows talking about how like psychiatry was made up
Yeah.
and all kinds of crazy stuff like that.
they're real
right?
big into that idea. Psychology is
Probably.
pseudoscience.
Yeah.
You have to follow Dianetics, and then you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
That's real science. L. Ron Hubbard has got He's got books about it. You can't argue those.
It's in a book. It's got to be true.
See?
You got to get fucking audited, motherfucker.
Do you guys remember Scary Movie 4 at the end when the dude playing Tom Cruise, they do like an Oprah scene, like they reenact that, and he jumps on the car, he's like, "I love this woman." And he grabs Oprah's hands and breaks them, like breaks her wrist.
I remember when I had DirecTV, I used to watch that Scientology channel all the time.
I know.
'Cause It was so,
we thought we were going to lose you at some point.
it was so fascinating just to see, like, it's just a nonstop infomercial for Scientology.
They never word the word.
And L. Ron
they
Hubbard's
never
books.
use the word.
Yeah, they really didn't. It was just all about L. Ron Hubbard and his great books and how awesome he was. And it was nonstop infomercial. If you have DirecTV, find that channel, Scientology. You just Google it.
Don't do that.
Put it on.
Don't do that.
This is like I'm just low key recruiting on our show. I'm gonna get so many Thetans and Thetans and auditeds for this. My point, I'm skyrocketing up I'm gonna be just behind Tom Cruise in my level of importance with Scientology now. Millions of people are hearing me say this right now, and they're gonna go on DirecTV and watch the channel.
Do you get like commission checks or anything for pulling
No,
people
I
in?
get all those points, those whatever.
That's it?
Yeah.
Your levels? You're going to be like secret level 8?
Maybe one day David Miscavige will slap me. It'd be awesome. Go buy LaRon Hubbard's books.
They all salute him and shit. Right? Like Tom Cruise, that video leaked of him saluting him. He's wearing like all the pendants and stuff.
Such a weird thing.
That's also the video that leaked where he's laughing like a crazy person, where he's wearing that black turtleneck. That was that
yeah.
Scientology training video. Tom Cruise is a little out there.
Yeah, a little bit.
I love his movies,
Yeah.
though. I love Tom Cruise movies.
He makes good
He
movies.
does. He makes great movies.
Just a little different in his personal life.
He does a bunch of his own stunts. He's a fucking badass.
Does he like doing his own stunts? Why does he do that?
I think he
Does
likes
he feel it's
to.
more authentic?
Both, I guess.
I mean, in this day and age, you can't really tell a lot of times with all that stuff. He just likes to do it, though.
he loves it.
Well, if you enjoy it, do it.
What's Scientology afterlife? I don't remember. Where's he going that he doesn't care about death?
Oh man,
You get another, is it reincarnation?
I
What
don't
is
remember.
it? I don't remember either.
I'm gonna get
It's
to
not the
Google.
planet Kolob, right? That's the Mormons. They get their own planet or something.
Yeah, they do some space shit.
Yeah. Or do these guys get their own planet?
I don't know. I remember the Thetans. They were all put down.
Scientologists do not typically dwell on heaven or hell or the afterlife, instead focusing on the spirit.
Yeah, because what it was like the spirits of all those aliens that were dumped in that volcano attached themselves to us.
Oh,
so we need to like level them up. It's such an outlandish fucking story.
What a fucking weird. Like, who would think this is the leading cult in the world right now? This cult owns
billions. They're worth a fortune.
And it's all tax exempt. Remember, we talked about all that corruption that got them that tax exempt status. Mm. And it's like impossible to reverse.
They had something on the IRS. Oh, yeah, you'll never get that. They had something on the IRS commissioner to get that ruling, right? It was something crazy.
Snuck in.
They were almost out of business.
Yeah, they snuck in people to like attend these IRS parties and shit and get dirt on people.
Unbelievable.
But like just the backstory is so outrageous and
so
absurd.
Stupid. It's stupid. Like,
it really is fucking dumb.
Most, I don't know. There's a lot of dumb religions / cults out there. This is up there with the dumbest of the dumb.
Yeah. Now they're the richest of the rich.
They're all fucking tax exempt.
Jesus is 100% more
ridiculous.
Believable than Scientology.
I think I agree. Yeah.
That Xenu took a bunch of aliens that were his enemies, dropped them in a volcano on Earth, and their spirits came out and attached themselves to humans who weren't even smart. Like, we were just like apes, and the Thetans are what gave us our personalities and our minds and shit.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I just like the simple story of a guy coming down and turning water into wine. Call me old-fashioned, but I fucking love that party. I want that one. You keep your audits. I want the wine. And I want all that bread and fish that he managed to make. What, a couple loaves of bread, some fish? He fed thousands of people.
That's where it's at.
It's like Ian and Dave at a sushi buffet. See if you can make that last, Jesus. And then he does, and you're like, fuck yeah. By the way, you got any spicy tuna?
Yeah.
Hate to be a bother, but do you have any spicy tuna back there?
You could find it in your heart of hearts.
All right, well, Scientology, that's still a thing, I guess.
Yeah.
Did we do 5 parts on that or 4?
It might have been 5. I don't know.
4 or 5.
5 was definitely Epstein, and then we did something else that was 5 parts.
Charles Manson, I think, ended up being 5.
Manson. It's an elite group of topics.
It is.
I want to say Scientology ended up being 4. Was Jonestown 4?
3.
3. With a spin-off, its own spin-off, though.
When are you going to finish that spin-off?
I don't know. It's like this weird mental block. I'll get to it someday.
Fair enough.
Just one more episode, right? One last episode.
Then we got these new microphones, and I want to record everything again, and we'll see. I'll figure it out.
So if you had it your way, you might just redo the series.
Yeah, but that was the plan.
Coming 2037.
Yeah, when everybody is long forgotten about this.
Promised Land revisited.
Would you re-record it and then just not do the last episode again, though?
Just leave it as is.
That would be the best. That would be the ultimate troll move. That would be so good.
Re-recorded everything. That's it. It's like they didn't record anything new.
Jonestown Blue Balls.
There was a lot to unpack with L. Ron. Just his life in general, not even the belief system he built. Just his life is crazy.
It was even hard to believe. And he's like, I like boats. How about a Sea Org? I'm going to be a captain now. Okay.
Like, he was doing magic with Aleister Crowley and Jack Parsons. Like, it's a crazy life that guy lived.
Was he the blue race car driver and then the red race car driver?
He died. He learned and came back.
He kept dying.
Well, he learned from his mistakes, and then when he got
driver.
to the third time when he was a red one, he decided to not be a race car driver anymore because it wasn't working out.
Smart.
Yeah, well, live and learn.
Einstein always said the measure of a high IQ is your ability to change your mind. So he learned. Guy's a fucking genius.
Certainly something. All right, well.
That's all I have for today. I don't think there's too much to this Tom Cruise story, but we're going to keep our eyes and ears open on this one to see if there's a big split coming down the path.
A lot of speculation going on.
A lot of speculation. Call into the show, Tom, if you want to get things off your chest.
We would love to have you on the show.
Yeah, we'll have you on.
Can you imagine if we were the ones that can get him in an interview and he breaks the news? but then we got to watch our backs because Scientology would destroy us.
He'll be out parked in front of our house.
Yeah, no problem. We'd be dead in instant. I would still do that. I would 100% take that ride.
Then we could get Leah Remini on too.
You think so?
Yeah. Cool. If we were Scientology targets, I'd like to talk to her.
You don't think by then we'd just be blown up though, like huge with Tom Cruise?
Maybe.
Just have him as a regular guest.
We'll just add him as our fourth
we're
person.
big?
He can replace Declan.
Well, first of all, anyone, a fucking dog could replace Declan. Be probably an upgrade. We're a 3-man show. I think if Tom Cruise wanted to join Necronomipod, we would accept that.
We'd consider it.
I'm Mike. I'm Ian. I'm Tom. And I'm Dave.
Maybe some capital infusion we could be persuaded to let him come on board.
Yeah. I would just sit here and be like, I have so many questions about Days of Thunder. Let's discuss.
Yeah, I bet you would.
All right, we good?
Yeah.
I think we're good.
Everyone is up to date now. On Scientology, at least. And Nessie.
More to come in the future, I'm sure.
Bye.